hectic I can see. All right. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I'd like to welcome you all today to our live podcast. And I'd like to thank you for listening in, inshallah. Just to start off, if you have any questions, just please pop them in the comments and we'll try our best to answer them, inshallah. Today, alhamdulillah, we have two special guests. The first is to my right, Sheikh Yahya, تفضل.
Jazakallah khairan, barakallah feekum. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to his straight path. تفضل.
Ameen. And on my left, I have the president of the LMA, Hafez Alameddine, تفضل.
Assalamu alaikum all.
That's it, nice and simple today. طيب, inshallah, we'll get straight into it today, inshallah. We have a few things, inshallah, a few updates. So, alhamdulillah, our launchpad initiative has been going well, alhamdulillah. And we're still accepting registrations, just so you know, inshallah. We also have golf day coming up on the 13th of December. So if you want to play for the males over 16, you still have time to register. And we also have a fundraising dinner this Wednesday coming for the Hamidi, the hospital in Lebanon, inshallah, which we'll touch on very briefly later, inshallah. So if you'd like to register, those tickets are available on our website or on our Facebook. You'll find all of them. So inshallah, let's get into the first most important thing, I think, would be the Lebanon trips. So Hafez, if you can talk about what you did in Lebanon and what was the purpose of that trip and the idea behind that.
Look, the purpose of the Lebanese trip, we opened an office in Tripoli for Feed the World.
Oh.
Look, there's three reasons behind it, to be honest. The first one is quite simple. We want to help people. The second reason is we want to cut out the middleman. Every time the LMA or Feed the World assists anyone in Lebanon, it goes through, the treadmill.
Yeah.
Nothing gets there, and we don't get the credit for it.
Yep.
So what we do now, we've employed someone directly.
No.
She'll make the assessments and report directly back to Feed the World.
No.
And the third purpose is it's probably a bit of a payback for all our forefathers who set up the LMA. Back in the early 70s when they did set up this place. Their vision was da'wah in Australia and unite the Muslims here. And this is a bit of a payback for them. It's a reverse da'wah. So we're trying to help in Lebanon as much as we can.
No.
We've also opened satellite offices around Lebanon, from Akkad to the Dania, to the Minya, to Beirut. So, but it's all affiliated with Sandu Zakat in Lebanon and the Dor al-Fatwa. So effectively, we've got a direct link with the Dor al-Fatwa in Lebanon for all the distributions.
Oh.
And it's also going to be a focus on health assistance. As you know, Lebanon is a failed state in general, and health systems is actually worse. So anyone who gets sick in Lebanon, they're in dire straits. So our focus is to provide financial support for people who need health assistance.
No.
We also, there's a brother who donated a piece of land for us in Terbol, in north of Lebanon. It's called El Mirador. It's owned by a cousin of mine, Alameddine. He donated us a piece of land which he's going to build the first level, and it's going to be called the Australian Lebanese Cultural Centre.
No.
The second level is going to be an office for Feed the World, the LMA.
No.
And the third level is going to be a musalla, a mosque.
Nice.
And the purpose of the mosque is to everyone else, when they have a deceased or a family member pass away, they tend to go and donate a mosque in Africa, Indonesia, Malaysia, wherever it is. The purpose of this is to link it back to the Lebanese community in Australia, where if they have someone deceased in Australia, they pay $1,000, $2,000. We put a plaque on the mosque in Lebanon for them. So that's the aim of the mosque in Lebanon and the cultural centre, plus the Feed the World office in Terbol.
Oh, nice.
The significance of having it in Terbol is it's historically that has always been non-Muslim land.
Oh.
So it's always had churches. There's never had a mosque. So we'll be the first mosque to be built in Terbol.
Nice.
So that's quite significant as well from that point of view.
No. Alhamdulillah, it sounds like a very successful trip. Inshallah, and Sheikh Yahya, you can talk about the meetings with the universities and the organizations that you went to meet.
Alhamdulillah, it is a great favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he made it easy to us to have such good agreements between the Lebanese Muslim Association and Azhar Lebanon with Dar al-Fatwa, and the second one between the Lebanese Muslim Association and Jamiat al-Jinan, the Al-Jinan University. We have two purposes behind these two agreements. They are very important to us as Muslim community, because we need our generation to have the knowledge of Islam the right way, the moderate, the one, the scholarly one. So this is our purpose, is to spread out the knowledge of Islam as much as we can among all categories of people in our community.
No.
From the secondary school to the university level, to everyone. This is. So we have, with regard to the agreement that we did with Dar al-Fatwa or Azhar Lebanon, is to establish the secondary Sharia school for students in schools. And you have, it is happening in Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, and other Islamic countries as well. They started to teach Sharia course in a simple way, easy way for students. They are not waiting until they are 18 years old and start the university to start Sharia. They started with them with year 7, and some they have it even in the primary school, like in Egypt and Syria. Well, in Lebanon we don't have it too much, but in Syria and Lebanon they started it with even the primary school. The benefit of this is to understand Islam properly and not to repeat same information in each year. We need to have all subjects of Islam studied for our generation in a simple way, and to understand at least the basic knowledge of Islam. For example, about fiqh, how to pray, how to fast, how to have pilgrimage in a simple way. About Aqidah, we need to, the creed, to do it in a simple way to make our students understand it as well, and to face as well the challenges around us about the secularism and other intellectual parts of thinking that we have in our community or in Australian community in general. So the aim, of course, we started Azhar 3 years ago, and now we have the 3rd year finished, and I think the first category or the first part of students, they are going to graduate beginning of next year. 3 years of studying the curriculum of Azhar Lebanon, and Azhar Egypt is the same as well, and they finish around 27 or 25 subjects in Islam,
MashaAllah,
in 3 years. And we have 10, alhamdulillah, they finished maybe 8 male and 2 females. And but for next year we change the direction a little bit. We are going to establish specific and special curriculum for our students in Australia, in our schools here, to study maybe one day a week, or 4 hours, or 10 hours, it depends. But we'll start with 10 hours or 4 hours. It is on Saturday from 9 to 1 o'clock, 4 hours. And with the terms of schools. We have 4 terms, each term 10 weeks, and each week we have 4 hours. During 5 to 6 years from year 7 until year 11 or part of year 12. During these 5-6 years, the student will cover all or more the most subjects of Islam in simple way. So they have the basic. This is with regard or regarding the Azhar Lebanon, and it is acceptable, and they will have the stamp from Dar Fatwa about the Shahada certificate that they will have when they finish this 5 years of studying. The other one is with the University of Al Jinan, and it is related to the adult, someone who is over 18. They are maybe students in university, or they are working, or they are old, 40, 50s. We have diplomas, 3 years of diplomas, and each year we have around 8 to 9 subjects. And these subjects will focus on the Sharia subjects. We don't have elective to make it easy on people and to have less years on them. So they will focus. We will focus on the Sharia courses and the subjects of Sharia during 3 years of diplomas. Maybe you can have 1 diploma, you have 2 second year of diploma, and you have the intensive one, the 3rd year. And after that, of course, you can have the Bachelor of Sharia, and you can continue as well in master degree and PhD. Inshallah. The difference between these two, the first one is simple because it's for students, and will gradually start it easier way with year 7, and when they are in year 9, 11, 10, 11, of course the subjects will be harder, but in year 7, 8, 9 they will be a simple way and easy to them to accept or to learn. But at the same time, this should be in classes, not through Zoom or online. It's not online, but for the and it is in English. The studying will be in English and will translate all the subjects to be delivered in English language to our students. At the same time, we'll focus on Arabic language as well to help them as well be able to speak and to understand the Arabic language when they reach the year 12. With regard to the university level, we'll have it both. They can attend the classes, and at the same time they can study from home by having online studying for them. And this is the way to make it easy on people who are working, who cannot attend. And we know that Australia is a big land, and we cannot make all people come here because it is long ways, especially if they are living maybe in Melbourne, maybe in Brisbane. So we'll open it for everyone in Australia because we have it online. And inshallah, we'll have both. If you want to study it in Arabic, we can deliver it in Arabic. And we'll start it as well in English. We have both at the same time. And inshallah, we hope that we can start this studying straight after Ramadan next year.
Inshallah, طيب. And after you went to Lebanon, you also went to Syria. That was a surprise trip for everyone, I think. How was that, Hafez?
It was actually a very unique trip.
No.
Thanks to the Sheikh who organised it. He pulled a couple of strings and a couple of contacts, and we had armed guards all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the highlight of the trip was the praying in the Masjid al-Umayyah.
No.
That was a bit of a surreal feeling.
No.
Having Shaqiqi pray Asr there.
No, mashallah.
We hoped it was like Khutbah Jum'ah, but we ended up saying Asr and praying Asr. And it was actually quite unique. You can feel the history there.
Yeah. You only went for the one day?
One day.
Nice.
So we only went for the one
And
day.
is that all you did? You just only went to the masjid, or did you just do some like
We
meetings?
went to the Sul Hamidiyya.
Oh, nice.
We had a bit of a ice cream.
Yeah, nice.
We went to a couple of restaurants.
Nice. It's experiencing like it used to be.
Look, you feel the Syrians are alive now.
Alhamdulillah.
They've been released from captivity, if they say. But yeah, it was a very unique experience.
Inshallah. And how was that experience for you, Sheikh, praying in the masjid?
It's very different from before. Of course, maybe from 30 years, I never been in Syria.
Inshallah.
After more than 30 years, I come back to go there with no pictures, no photos of Assad or anyone else, alhamdulillah.
There's no picture of anyone.
No pictures at all, no photos to anyone at all. Very crowded, very
Busy,
crowded,
huh?
busy. Lots of people, lots of cars. If we want to move from a place to another place, it takes us around 1 hour. Sometimes it's only a short distance. Alhamdulillah as well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted us another honoring that we met with Wazir al-Awqaf, the Awqaf minister as well, and they open for us to cooperate and to help us in the as well secondary Sharia course for students, because they had lots of experience and they offer many things to be done with us, and they send us their curriculum as well. It is great curriculum. It's not easy as well. They have 35 hours for students to be studied with the civil curriculum full time.
MashaAllah.
Full time. And the curriculum itself, if you look at the books they did, fantastic.
I had a look at them, mashallah.
Yeah, mashallah. They work hard on these books to be presentable for students.
They're very focused on non-Arabic speaking background. The whole degrees are done, and courses are done for that purpose, and the books.
Nice, inshallah.
We hope, inshallah, in the future to have such agreement as well with them. Because the trip itself, it wasn't pre-prepared. It happened, alhamdulillah, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala straight away. It's only 2 days, 3 days preparing, and we went there. So we didn't have the opportunity to have many meetings with everyone. But inshallah, we hope that in the future Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy to us to have such a delegation from here to go there, inshallah.
So let's bring it back home now. So alhamdulillah, Lebanon and Syria was a success, alhamdulillah. So let's bring it back home now, and let's talk about Amman. Amman's been something that's been, alhamdulillah, in all of our posts and been very public over the past 2 years. Where are we at now?
Well, tomorrow is the first day we accept our first resident.
MashaAllah.
So we're officially open as of tomorrow.
MashaAllah.
We can accept residents and patients.
Wow.
That's a very significant
It is.
move
It's
for
a
the
massive.
LMA.
It's a massive move.
It's, I think it's something we're all proud of,
Alhamdulillah.
to see the way it's functioning and just the layout of it, being fully furnished, the atmosphere there, like it's something, there's a bit of a stigma for us putting our parents into aged care, but this is something which is, we should be proud of, and I think they're going to be looked after in an Islamic way. Obviously there's a prayer rooms. We're going to have, buses which are going to shuttle people to the mosque every Friday.
Inshallah.
So look, there's a plan there to look after our elders, and we owe them that.
I think it's an important project that you have been working on for over 4 years, or I'd say about 4 years, alhamdulillah, since the purchase of the property and then the development. And alhamdulillah, it's good to see it being fruitful now, alhamdulillah. And we've seen it behind the scenes, like all the hard work that's gone into it. And obviously the public doesn't get to see all of the hard work. And it's finally good to see that fruit. So mashallah, may Allah reward you all for your hard work that you've put into that. Let's go a bit more broader, inshallah, back into national. So we've talked about this before, and we've been public with this, that we have bought 2 churches, one in Melbourne and one in Adelaide. So what's the plan of that, Hafez? Just quickly.
Look, the main plan is for the LMA to have a national presence.
Inshallah.
We've always been limited to being in Lakemba.
No.
And with all due respect to all the other organisations, we see ourselves as a lot more significant, a lot larger than most organisations around. The significance of having both Adelaide and Melbourne is, firstly, Adelaide, it's in the city of Adelaide.
It's in the CBD.
CBD.
No.
To have a mosque in the middle of Adelaide, which is known as the city of churches, is, very significant. And in Melbourne, it's only 5 k's from the city in a suburb called Strathmore.
No.
It's going to be a converted church, plus there's going to be a childcare which runs out of there. And the idea behind that is so we become self-sufficient. I think the community is sick of donating money to all Islamic organisations. So we need to acquire assets or musallas or mosques which generate income as well without, people funding it from their own pockets. So that's the idea behind those acquisitions. And the plan is to go further afield, to Perth, to Brisbane, to Tasmania. That's the long-term plan.
Inshallah. Inshallah, Sheikh. I'll speak to you very quickly, inshallah. I have some questions from the public. Bit off topic, but questions either way, inshallah. So we're coming to now the end of the year, and the same questions that pop up every year about holidays and holiday seasons and stuff like this. Multiple questions, all similar related. Barbecues on New Year's, fireworks on New Year's. Are they allowed to do them? Are we allowed to go watch them? Are we allowed to have barbecues on New Year's? And Christmas parties, are we allowed to attend even if there is no drinking?
I think all scholars, even the ones who permit some kind of accepting the greetings from non-Muslims about their events or their Eids, maybe. All scholars agree that you cannot cooperate. You cannot be in others' celebrations. No one said you are allowed to do it, because at the end it is their celebrations, their belief. It is reflecting their belief. It is not a public one. It is not related to everyone. The celebrations that not related to a belief, it's all right to share or to be part of it. But anything that related to specific belief, that it is contradicting our belief, you don't, or you are not allowed to be there in any way. And there are lots of verses in the Quran that talk about this matter, and as well the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, من تشبه بقوم فهو منهم, who is doing something similar to others, then he will be among them or from them. So don't be part of any other celebrations that are related to their belief.
And I have a question for Hafez, non-related to religion. Back to the mosques.
Yep.
How does purchasing mosques make us self-sufficient, or how can we get to being a point of self-sufficiency? No,
the idea is not purchasing them; it's purchasing an asset next to the mosque, which makes us self-sufficient.
That funds all that.
Funds the mosque. Yeah. So it's not the mosque itself is not going to give you revenue.
Correct.
So the one in Melbourne we're going to have a childcare which funds the mosque operations.
It's got the 2 buildings, it's got the church, and then it's got the old building.
There's 2 old churches. There's 2 churches, one old one and one newer one. One's going to be used as the childcare, and which is going to fund the mosque operations.
All right. And in Adelaide, is there something similar we can plan? We can think about how we can make that one self-sufficient.
There is. In Adelaide, there's airspace that we can consider to develop and make that self-sufficient as well.
All right. Thank you for that. I'll go back to Sheikh Yahya. Masjid programs. What can we expect from masjid programs coming up?
We طبعا, of course, the masjid, alhamdulillah, people are attending 5 prayers. We have excellent reciters, Sheikh Muhammad. We have Aza as well, maybe almost every day we have Aza in the mosque, and we have Janazah during the Dhuhr prayer. We have maybe shortage in some lessons, but we are going to start the Quranic halaqat or circles. And inshallah, we made ads for it.
Correct.
And I think maybe around 25 until now they register to come to the mosque, male and female, to attend halaqat, to learn tajweed, recitation of the Quran, and to make hafz, memorization of the Quran. Of course, we have 3 times a week between Maghrib and Isha for male and female to attend the mosque, maybe once, maybe twice, maybe thrice in the mosque, in order to learn how to recite the Quran and to memorize with helping of the mashayikh or teachers, female teachers, to help them memorize the Quran. We'll start with this, and inshallah the next step is to have maybe regular lessons, Arabic and English. And inshallah, in the future, maybe after the next year or after Ramadan, of course, we have a special program in Ramadan, and Ramadan coming the beginning in the year. It's
very soon.
It is in February. We hope that we can establish something. Maybe we have monthly. Monthly, many mashayikh will come to a topic to discuss, to do it, and fortnightly as well, some lessons with some subjects. Inshallah, we are going to prepare something for next year to have more. But the most important factor in the mosque is reciting the Quran and to be connected to the Quran and to come to the mosque in order to learn the Quran.
So we have advertised for Quran classes, inshallah. So if you do go to our Facebook page, you will find the information about our Quran classes coming up. They'll be starting, inshallah, in about 10 days' time. Hafez, another question for you. So we are purchasing mosques outside, and does that mean we are going to forget or neglect Lakemba Mosque? How are we going to maintain, or I would say maybe not renovate, but how can we keep going this mosque going?
Well, we can't forget Lakemba Mosque.
No.
That's the cornerstone of all our organisation.
No.
It's more important than the actual LMA.
No.
And yes, it does need an upgrade, and it's in the pipeline to get renovated. I'm hoping, inshallah, after next Ramadan we can start the works. But yeah, we're not going to forget about Lakemba or the Lakemba Mosque.
We have the youth center coming up, inshallah.
We've got an approval to build a youth center.
No.
And that's going to happen next to the car park to the left of the mosque when you're facing it.
No.
We've got an approval to construct there.
Inshallah.
And that's the next significant project of the LMA.
No. And one more question. So about Lebanon having Feed the World offices and that. So one question is it risky to operate charities inside Lebanon?
You're not really operating, or you're using it as a distribution channel, really.
Just distribute. So the charity is Feed the World in Australia?
It's Australia.
No.
So it's basically just become your distribution arm in Lebanon.
So same as we usually do our Adahi, like instead of using third parties,
we do it ourselves. Correct.
All right. Thank you for that one, Hafez. And Sheikh Yahya, we'll go back to you, inshallah. And just a very broad question, inshallah. It's a bit of a deep one, but inshallah, one thing is about Silat Rahim. How can we keep Silat Rahim? And why is it important?
Silat Rahim, or to be connected to your relatives, of course, the most important part in it is your parents, your children, your brothers and sisters. They are the main that you regularly need to, especially your parents. Parents, weekly at least, you need to see them, to be connected to them. Maybe brothers and sisters monthly at least, to be connected with your brothers and sisters. The uncles and the others, of course, you can have them maybe every 3 months or when you have events. But the most important thing is don't cut. Don't have any bad relation with them. Don't oppress anyone, because Silat al-Rahim, it is a door for every good thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put lots of good things in Silat al-Rahim. من أحب أن ينسى له في عمره ويزاد له في رزقه فليصل رحمه. If you want to be prolonged in your age, and of course the scholars said it is not because the age is determined he is talking about the barakah, about the khair that you are going to have during your age. So if you want to have the barakah, the khair, the benefit of your age, and من أحب أن ينسأ له في عمره وأن يزاد له في رزقه, to have more rizq and to increase your rizq, فليصل رحمه, then connect with your relatives. So صلة الرحم, it's very it is a great gate for every good that you have. And if you are the rahim, the relatives, if they are very close to you, of course there are financial duties towards them. For example, your parents, your children, if you your wife as well, your family, these should be connected. Yani, unfortunately, some people would see the silat al-rahim only visiting. It's not only visiting maybe to someone who is far, it's your uncles or someone who, but silat al-rahim is to share maybe your problems, to share your life, to support your brothers, to support your family, to support your relatives. It is kind of a strong bond that you should have it in order to maybe open the door for every good on you. And of course, on the other hand, it is forbidden to cut your relation and to have bad things with your relatives.
So inshallah, just before we end off, so I was gonna inshallah just overview a big recap inshallah on some of the projects that we have coming up. So one of the major events is the golf day. So that's coming up in the second week of December. So if you're a male over 16 and you want to play, there is still time to register. We are collecting for the masjid fund for the masjids that we have, all the churches that we have bought to change into masjids. So if you do want to reach out, we haven't gone public with the advertising and the fundraising, but inshallah we will be going out public with the fundraising soon, inshallah. The Quran classes in the masjid that we're starting in 2 weeks. So if you want to register for now for the school holidays, we'll be starting in the first week of December. So just inshallah follow our Facebook page or our website and you'll find the information there. And inshallah finally I think just to quick wrap up and brief, I'd like to thank Hafez for joining us today. And I'd like to thank Sheikh Yahya for his time today. And inshallah, Sheikh Yahya, you can close with some dua.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد اللهم اغفر لنا ما قدمنا وما أخرنا وما أسررنا وما أعلنا وما أنت أعلم به منا أنت المقدم وأنت المؤخر وأنت على كل شيء قدير اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من زوال نعمتك وتحول عافيتك وفجاءة نقمتك وجميع سخطك نعوذ بك من جهد البلاء وشماتة الأعداء وسوء القضاء وعضال الداء اللهم نعوذ بك أن نضل أو نضل أو نزل أو نزل أو نظلم أو نظلم اللهم يا أرحم الراحمين برحمتك نستغيث أصلح لنا شأننا كله ولا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين ألف بين قلوبنا واجمع على الحق كلمتنا واهدنا يا ربنا لسواء السبيل وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you.